and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to today's video. Sorry if the camera moves a bit, the dog is sat directly under the chair that the camera is sat on. Rusty, you're so naughty. Why don't you go and play with your toy? But anyway, today's video is a Q&A because I thought I've had quite a few questions in my comments. I've got a question box on my Instagram. Please do not knock the camera too much. And I thought it was about time that I actually answered some of these questions. And yeah, and then I also thought, because it is Vlogmas and I feel like so far it hasn't been overly Christmassy, I thought I would sit and wrap some presents. So I've got some presents here. I can't show you all of them because, to be fair, I don't think Jamie will watch this video. He doesn't really watch my videos, but I don't know, just in case. I'll show you some of them, and then because some of the presents he knows what he's getting anyway. This isn't all his presents either, and got one of Rusty's presents here, and then, which you've already seen, which is so naughty, but you've got another one. Can you stop banging the chair around? Come here. I'm so sorry, guys. Come here, otherwise I'm going to have to shut you out, which I don't want to do. But you're not being helpful, are you? Sit down. So yeah, I thought I would sit down, do a bit of a Q&A, wrap some presents, get in the Christmassy mood, and yes, the only thing Mummy forgot to buy is gift tags. So for now I'm just going to have to write on them until I get a hold of some. But yeah, so I've got loads of questions on my phone, so I thought I would kind of try and multitask. I don't know how well that's going to go. I'll get the questions up, try and lean them there. So yeah, let's crack on. You're going to be so helpful, aren't you? You're right in the way. Sit there, please. Sit down. Stay there. You're now lying under the camera. So sorry if you hear any doggy noises. So yesterday I went and picked up some wrapping paper. I feel like I should have got some which were like slightly more different than each other. They're both quite light. Rusty, no. So I've got this one which has like Santa's on it. Rusty, no. Not for you. And then this one's got like robins on it. So yes, let's start with this one. Oh wow, these peely sticky things actually work. Last time I tried to use one of these wrapping papers with these stupid things on, it just like ripped all the wrapping paper. But I feel like these might actually work. Rusty, out. I'm gonna have to shut you out if you're gonna be this annoying, I'm afraid. I am. Otherwise, how is Mummy ever gonna wrap these presents? Not with your assistance, apparently. Yeah, we'll see how we go. I might have to shut him out in a minute. Okay, I think we are about there, ready to go. Stay there. Just lay there, that's fine. So, wrapping wise, I'm going to start with these because it's literally just a box. So that's easy. So yeah, so Q&A. I think I'm going to struggle to multitask here, guys. Trying to read them. So one of the questions I got from Instagram, is this going to be too loud for you guys, is Pixie naughty in winter? They put this with a laughing face, so I think they may know that she is. So yeah, Pixie, we've had her for, well, if you've watched the Meet My Horses video, you'll know, I think about 2 years now. Sorry guys, is this really loud? I'm going to stop cutting it now. So yeah, we've had her about 2 years, and through summer, she is the best horse. Like, eventing wise, she is great. As soon as it comes winter and the weather's a bit colder, it's a bit more rainy, it's a bit more windy, she just is so difficult to manage. She, like, got to a point, touch wood, there's wood in there somewhere, she's been a lot better this winter, so I'm hoping that maybe she's growing out of it, but yeah, generally she's really difficult to manage in winter, like to the point where I think it was last winter, no, stay there, I was coming off like left, right and centre. I remember going to a competition. She jumped a whole round of show jumps absolutely fine, like good as gold. As soon as it went on to cross-country fences, she like refused the first one, and then, this is arena eventing I'm talking about, by the way, and then the second one was a ditch, and she jumped it a little bit awkwardly, but nothing major, and then landed and broke me off. So yeah, she just is a bit of a nightmare, and I'm hoping we can find some sort of like reason for behaviour. It like, I would get her investigated by a vet, and we've had a vet out a few times for like random bits and bobs with her back and stuff, and trying to see if there's something wrong. She has had a full set of back x-rays when we got her, I believe. But yeah, everyone we speak to says, oh, it must be kissing spine or ulcers or something. And we've had her on ulcer meds, and honestly found her no different. So I don't think it's that. And then it just, I think the pattern of her behaviour's too weird for it to be kissing spine. But I don't know. Just grabbed a pen so I can write on them who is whose, otherwise I may forget. But that is number 1 wrapped. Now, wrapping is not my forte. I can wrap some presents well, but this is like a little bit of an awkward rectangle. It's got funny corners on it. But yeah, number 1 is wrapped. So the next question is, do I enjoy YouTube? So, well, the obvious answer is yes, I do enjoy it, otherwise I wouldn't do it. Obviously, doing Vlogmas every single day, which was my own decision, I've got no one to blame for that, is quite a lot. So I wouldn't say I'm not enjoying it, but it's a little bit more stressful, obviously. So yeah, no, 100% I enjoy YouTube, otherwise I wouldn't do it. And like, especially, I feel like I've been doing it, well, if you go back on my channel, I think I've been doing it, like trying to take it seriously for 3 years. But I know I'm bad for like taking random breaks, which doesn't help me out. But that is like, just, I keep going through stages of being really busy. I've got like loads of other work that I do, not all horsey stuff. But yeah, it's just a lot when I tend to have like a really busy week and then a quieter week, which is obviously fine. But I do need to come to some like decision on, like, obviously not during Vlogmas, normal times, how often I want to upload, and stick to some kind of schedule for you guys. But I will discuss that more in the new year. So the next question is, are any of your mares in foal? So if you missed my Meet the Horses, or I think I will have talked about it in other videos, yes, we have 2 mares in foal. So obviously Woo we got in foal ourselves, and I don't think I really filmed that process, to be fair. But yeah, we got the Woo in foal ourselves. She is in foal to the lovely Comfort. If you want to see what he looks like, there is a picture of him in my Meet the Horses video, but she is in foal to a lovely show jumping stallion. He is really nice, so I'm very excited for spring to see what the foal is like. And then Megan we actually bought in foal, and she is in foal to a Connemara stallion called Magic Morris. No, can we stop chewing my things? And so that'll be a Connemara Cross Thoroughbred foal also next spring. So yeah, those 2 are in foal, which is really exciting. And then I thought I'd kind of follow this question on into, someone asked, will we try and put Kira back into foal? So the answer to that is, I'm actually not sure. So we're really half and half about Kira, like not sure what we think, because we don't want to plough loads of money into her again, when she really like didn't even, like, we didn't even serve her, I think, with sperm last year. So yeah, we're really not sure. We don't want to keep ploughing money into her, but then at the same time, she's not overly useful as a ridden horse. Well, we'll see, won't we? Like, I suppose we'll wait till she's fully back in competition work. Just stay out of the way. Stay there. Stay there. And then kind of decide from then as to how she's going, if she can stay as a ridden horse, or if we just decide it's not for her, which would be a shame because, as I think I've said in other videos, she is not a horse that you can just leave in a field because she's striped, a stressy horse. But yeah, we'll see. It completely depends on our financial situation in spring. Obviously what she's like to ride. So yeah, it all like depends on loads of different factors. But I think the answer is probably no, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see in spring. So yeah, that is that one. And then, do I have a boyfriend? Was one that someone asked, and the answer is yes. I'm sure you've heard me mention him in some videos. I've actually moved in with him. This is his house. So yeah, I've lived here for about a year now. I've been with him I can't work this out. Not that much longer than how much I've lived here, to be fair. We went into things quite quick, but it's worked out really well, so I can't complain. So yeah, I do have a boyfriend. His name's Jamie. I'm sure you've heard me mention him. And yeah, I'm in his house right now. He's at work. So yeah, I do. And then next one. What are my aims next season? So next season, I will hopefully have, I'll obviously have Pixie. Her aim is, I'm going to do a video in the new year of like exactly what my aims are, but pretty much roughly my aims are to get her to hopefully do a couple of 100s and then hopefully step up to novice, which is very exciting. Last time I rode at novice was with Phoenix. So it'll be nice to potentially be on a horse that maybe is a bit more competitive than Phoenix, but we will see. So yeah, that's the aim with Pixie. And then hopefully Bond will be out eventing next year. So he will hopefully be to do little bits and bobs, probably a bit of unaffiliated eventing at like 80. And yeah, so him eventing at 80, maybe, completely depends how he goes. Aim for some of the burly young event horse classes, but we will see. Rusty, on your bed. Stay there. Stay there. So yeah, it completely depends what he's like in spring. And then Kira is hopefully, providing we don't put her in foal, is to go and do some BS and try and take it a bit more seriously. Obviously she's not really done anything major in her life, to be honest, so it would be nice to at least get some good results on her. So yeah, that will completely depend. I think I can leave this in the bag actually. Again, how she comes out. Who knows with Kira? It could be anything. If not, she'll go in foal. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. So, and then I think that's it, ridden-wise. I think. My personal aim, well, for the YouTube channel, is to get a regular upload schedule and stick to it as much as I can, because I really want to actually try and push it a bit more and be regular with it, and yeah, just take it a bit more seriously. Oh dear, I've just ripped this wrap over. That was cool. So yeah, that is my personal aims. And then, do you see yourself working with horses forever, or do you have any other professions? So, the answer to do I have any other professions is no. So yeah, that's quite a short answer. The answer is no. Obviously, when I finished school, my parents didn't really want me to do horses like the classic, I want you to go to uni and get a degree and not do horses. But I kind of talked them into giving me a gap year and then never ended up going to uni, which is what I wanted, so it worked well in my favour. And now obviously they're happy with what I'm doing. But yeah, so the answer is no to do I have any other professions. And then the other part of the question was, do you see yourself working with horses forever? So I think the answer is yes. Obviously I'm not going to say 100% because horses are hard. Like, obviously you never have a day off. There's constantly something to do. It's potentially sometimes long days, and like they're just hard work, aren't they? And money wise, as I'm sure lots of people in the horse industry know, it is not the most money making industry. You're selling top level horses. So yeah, I think the answer is yes to that one, but obviously circumstances change, so I'm not going to 100% say yes. If you don't know our situation at the moment, we are in the process of, well, trying to, sellotape in there, move house. So if you didn't follow my videos in spring, we did actually move house and thought that it was all sorted, and then the last minute it fell through. So we ended up back home with all the horses, which was quite annoying. So I can't write and talk. But now we've found another place. It is very close to being complete, so we're hoping it shouldn't be long. But that place actually doesn't have anything but land, so it's got quite a lot of land, but we have put pre-planning in for stables and an arena, but obviously that'll take a while to all sort out, so I'm not really sure what is happening. But anyway, the long-term plan, to answer the question, is to start up our own yard there. I'd quite like to take people's breakers in, or competition horses, schooling livery and all that jazz, and I don't want to buy and sell my own, but like, well, I don't want to be anywhere near a dealer or like just buying and selling constantly. I'd quite like to produce them and sell them, so like have them for a bit longer. So yeah, we'll see how it works out. You are really, really annoying. So yeah, I don't know. Basically the answer to some questions are yes and no. The next question I got asked was, which horse do you think has the most potential? And the answer to that one is probably Bond, which is really annoying because he is the one horse we've got that like I definitely cannot keep because we don't own him, Jamie owns him. So yeah, that is really sad. I don't want to show this one on camera actually, because this is one of the presents that Jamie's got that he doesn't actually know about, so I'll try not to show this on camera. Yeah, which horse has the most potential? Yeah, the answer is Bond. Don't get me wrong, Pixie's lovely, but she's not as naturally talented, or yeah, just not quite as nice as Bond. Which is really sad that I've got to sell him, because I think he could have been my horse that could have gone a bit further had I been able to keep him. Obviously he'll hopefully go further with someone else. But yeah, kind of regret asking Jamie to buy him. But no, I don't. It's very nice of Jamie. But yeah, I don't know. Probably Bond, and then Kira's actually probably one of the more talented ones in my horses, but obviously her brain is just not it. And then Pixie isn't the most naturally talented horse. So yeah, the answer to that question is Bond. And then next question I've got asked, I can just about read it from here. I'm like trying to hold the paper together with my foot while I get some sellotape. Height and breed of all horses, and then someone also asked who is the tallest horse. So I actually forgot to talk about this in my Meet the Horses video, and I had like, a couple of people comment like, can you tell us the heights and breeds? And I was like, oh god, completely forgot. So try and remember all this. Kira is, well, we've measured her as 15.2. I don't know if she's more 15.1 to be honest. Portia is 15.1, I'd say, maybe pushing 15.2. Pixie is bang on 16 hands. Bond is currently 15.2. I don't know if he'll get to 16.3. Phoenix is 16.2, and Phoenix is a very like roomy mare, so she feels a bit bigger. What else have we got? Why can I not think? Megan is 15.2. Woo is, I'd say 16.3. She's quite big. And then Paprika, I think will make about 16.3. Maybe 16.2. She's probably about 16.2 now, maybe 16.1. But I think she'll make 16.3. And then Echo will probably make 16.3, which is a little bit big for me. Really, but, and then I think Elle will make like 14.2. Bit of a contrast. I think that's everyone. So currently our tallest horse is actually Woo, but obviously she's not in work, so our tallest horse in work is currently Phoenix, I think, but I think Bond will make slightly bigger, and then Paprika will make bigger than him, I think. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. Question I thought I'd answer is, someone asked, do I have a favourite horse? And I've always said that my favourite horse is Kira. Sorry, don't know if you heard that. I've always said that my favourite horse is Kira, but don't actually know if that is the answer. Obviously, Kira is the horse I've had the longest, and I would never sell her. But at the same time, she is like the biggest pain in the bum. She does my head in on the daily. She's a nightmare to deal with. So yeah, I don't know. I'd say my favourite, I don't have a solid favourite. I would say that it changes day to day. I've got a few that I favour more than others, I'd say. Obviously none of them are treated differently, they're all treated the same. But I love Paprika. She's like the most loving, good girl. Like, she is so sweet, and especially having her in a bit more, like really been able to bond with her. And then who else? Obviously Pixie is my eventer, but again, Pixie does my head in, just because of how difficult she is. But yeah, obviously I love her. Bond, again, I don't know if I'd go as far as saying he's the favourite, but obviously he's the most lovely horse to ride when he's not messing about. I had a lesson on him yesterday and he was an absolute maniac. Like, tried to get me off like 3 times, was bronking after every fence, but it's not a regular thing with him, so I'm not concerned. So Bond, and then I'd say that's it. Like, I love them all, but like the brood mares I hardly do anything with. The foals are pretty much left to their own devices at the moment. So yeah, it kind of depends who I'm dealing with, because I don't deal with the brood mares that often. Obviously I go and check them every day, but like I don't really do anything else with them. So I'm like not going to love them the most, am I? But yeah, none of them are treated any differently. Obviously I love them all. And you do my head in on a daily basis, don't you? Yes, you do. I just need to wrap your present, Rusty, and then that is them all done. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know the answer to that question. Can you get away from my presents? Because I really do not trust you. Rusty, slide away from here. So yeah, the answer to that is I don't know. Probably, well, the answer is probably no, I don't have a favourite, but yeah. So yeah, I think I'm about finished wrapping presents. I've answered about, how many questions are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've answered like 11 questions. So I think I will leave this video here. It's probably long enough for you guys, to be fair. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I've pretty much wrapped all the presents I need to so far, so must be long enough. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying Vlogmas so far. Please let me know if you have any video suggestions. I do have ideas for the rest of Vlogmas, but I'd be willing to change a couple of them, or I'll use them after Vlogmas, so please do let me know. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.